at the beginning, because what happens is it sends out a notification to people, and my other phone goes beep 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 beep, which means people are getting notifications. Until it goes beep 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 beep, we're just in cyberspace. Although, did you hear that beep?
There we go.
Yeah.
Shows we're alive. Hey folks, I am alive. And you know how I've been talking about health and eating, even though I'm the worst eater in the world, but I'm also do like a food critic for everybody. I travel through North America and I go to different restaurants, and if the restaurant's horrible, I say nothing. If the restaurant's great, I say it's fantastic and I recommend it. So there's only one restaurant I've ever not recommended because it was so horrible, and the restaurant actually tried to sue me afterwards because they lost half their business. And it was funny because the owner of the restaurant was a real dick, and when I was talking to him about things that I found wrong with the restaurant and everything else, he basically threw me out and says, yeah, what are you going to do? I'll do a live video in your parking lot. And it was surprising that it hurt so bad that he actually did a lawsuit, which made it even greater because I put that on our page too. So everybody, SEMA week, Viva Las Vegas. And I've been talking a theme about grazing and eating well, but treating yourself once in a while. I mean, look at this. I didn't get the stomach by looking at food. And I was walking by, and this beautiful young lady said, hey, fatty. And I said, who are you talking about? I said, well, you're the one who turned around. She just goes out the front of the store and wheels in customers, yells out in the parking lot, hey, you fat. Well, I can't say. Well, I can say that. From the movie Fat Bastard, you know. Yeah. Hey, you fat bastard. And whoever turns around says, come on in here to GNC. And I'll change that. And you are?
I'm Kershaw. I'm the general store manager here.
Kershaw, the general store manager. We got a videographer, and you are?
Dustin.
Dustin is doing our videographer. And she spoke to me in all seriousness about this Total Lean Vitapack. And man, when she told me about it, and I've been looking for something, and I've been talking to everybody about vitamins and how they should do vitamins, especially vitamin D and stuff like that. And then I saw this, and could you explain it a bit to them?
So this here is going to be a Vitapack. It's called Total Lean, based on the fact that we're going to lean you down. Everything in here, you're going to have four-in-one capsules. They're going to come in a complete little kit, which you can see right here. It's just a nice little pouch. You're going to take 2 of those a day. It's a 30-day supply. And you're going to have your multivitamins. You're going to have your green tea complex and your CLA. Everything in a perfect package to help you get to where you want to be.
And right now it's fantastic because you have a 50% off.
Yep, buy one, get one 50.
So buy one, get one 50% off, which means that then you've got a 2-month supply. So that gives you 2 months to see how great this actually works. And she's had customers, we talked honestly outside, she's had customers, this is a great seller, right?
It is.
And she's had customers that have bought this and it has worked for them. You know, diets are a hard thing, folks, a hard thing. Some people, they go on the keto diets and things like that, then they go off and boom, it comes back on. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of skill, but sometimes some help.
Yes.
And that's the great thing about GNC. I've been going there for some time. I should have checked on my app to see what discounts I have, because you have a GNC app, right? Or is that just in the States?
Just in the States.
Just in the States.
We haven't launched it in Canada
Okay,
yet.
so in the US, if you get the GNC app, they'll send you out specials all the time and discounts and things like that. But this store, it's already got, like, there's 50% off here, buy one 50% off, and everything else. Greens. You know how I drink my swamp water in the morning? Well, folks, this is a place you get your greens from. And you get good greens, great greens. You got to be careful with the greens they buy, right?
Yes, definitely. You want to make sure that they're going to have everything that you need, and it's a natural source.
Yes. What do they call it? LMO or something, or EMO, or that it's the natural product or something?
It varies between brands.
Yeah.
But you definitely want to read each ingredient.
Exactly. But hey, you don't have to if you come into a GNC, because they know what they're talking about here. And it's worth it. I mean, people that go to one of the box stores and stuff like that, the folks really aren't really trained that well on what's there, and they don't have a selection, which they got. Hey, would you be able to just maybe just scan the selection of all the great products that they've got at this store?
Plenty of great stuff.
Great stuff. What's the number one thing that I should be telling people, do you think?
We should definitely talk about getting your protein in.
Yeah, and you know what? There's a lot of diabetics out there now, and I noticed you got a lot of no sugar products and
Me too.
keto bars and stuff like that, which is really, really great. Hey, I hate to put you on the spot, but why not? We got her here. Let's put her on the spot. Do you sell a sugar that diabetics can maybe use to make cooked cakes with or anything like that?
Not yet, but I know it is coming. It's going to be part of the keto line.
Yeah, because my mother had a 94th birthday, and I wanted to bake her a cake. And there was, we live in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, code red today, and there was no place there where they had a bakery that did sugar-free cakes, like diabetic cakes.
It's very hard to find.
Somebody could make a fortune starting a bakery like that, because you know, there's a lot of diabetic people out there, and if, hey, they're having a birthday, what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
But today we're talking health, and I'm talking about the right steps. And tell everybody where you are, because
We are located off 130th Avenue in Calgary, Alberta.
and I'll tell you something, folks. If you're in a big truck and you want to come here, you're not living in Calgary and you can't drive here with a car, but you're in a big truck, there's a Home Depot here, and right on the street at the Home Depot, there's parking, and you can park a big truck there, and then just walk over and see them, and mention that you saw her on this video, and tell her what you need to do. Are you diabetic? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to be buff like Dave Mackenzie? You know, what do you want to do? And she knows.
Yeah, we've got great staff here, and all of us know exactly what you need.
So, what more can I say than that? Is there anything more I should be saying, or?
No, I think we've covered it all. We'll just get the people down here, and we can talk about everything personally.
And start the health. And I'm going to be using this, and watch, in 30 days, I'm going to be as buff as Dustin.
Yeah.
I'll have to do one of those TikTok videos, eh?
Yeah,
I'll
we'd have
show
to switch
a
it.
picture of me. I'll be wearing a red shirt, black pants, and then I'll jump down, and he'll jump up and say, "I'm really Dave," and they'll say, "Younger, better looking, and buff." How did that happen?
And
All
a beard.
thanks to GNC.
Yeah, all thanks to, and he's wearing a red beard today because they're wearing red at GNC. And yeah, I think that's it. So, SEMA show, folks. Robert's going to be covering it virtually because they shut it down, unfortunately. So it's going to be virtually, but I was on it today. I signed in the media center. It's going to be fantastic. Please share out the videos. Last year we hit 10 million reach, and I'd like to hit that 10 million reach again. But even though 10 million, and right now we got about 1 million of you, I'm just happy that you're on. And I'm just happy that I'm reaching you, and perhaps maybe giving you a tip that can help your life. Because if nothing more, if you don't change your eating habits, you don't do any walking or exercise, and you don't lose weight, you're going to be healthier. Because everything in here, vitamins, green tea, everything is healthy. And everybody's talking COVID, the Chinese virus. As long as you're taking your vitamins and you're keeping your immune system strong, don't worry about it unless you're in a risk category. But 99% of people are surviving. In BC, unfortunately, more people are dying of drug overdoses of fentanyl than dying of COVID.
Yeah.
So it's keep yourself healthy, because there's also the flu, the common cold, everything else. GNC is your first stop. Tell them you want to build your immune system, and you want a kit like Dave Scott, the Total Lean Vitapack. That was my Halloween voice.
It was good.
Yeah, it was. Oh, one more thing I want to mention to the people out there, for the people that are watching this later and stuff like that, because they're busy working and have jobs. It's amazing, but the stats from the American Automobile Association says there's more car accidents this week than any other time of the year. And it's with the clocks falling back, people are tired, people aren't used to the change. So people, their nerves are a little bit on edge, they aren't on their game, and it's amazing that something as little as changing a clock an hour can make the difference.
Okay.
So keep that in mind, folks. Maybe take that extra little bit of time, take that hot shower, bend and stretch and reach for the stars, and be safe out there, because I would rather always hear from you than about you. So together, let's do a keep on trucking. We'll put out our thumbs and say keep on trucking, because everything we got, everything in the GNC store here that they got, a dedicated trucker brought. Thank you, truckers. And from the two of us in GNC, keep on trucking.